Hello everyone, my name is Brian and welcome to another Smite commentary. And this time around we are going to play the Awilix and we are going to play her in Assault. I've gotten her with a pretty decent comp, the opponents have a good comp as well. I feel like as for range damage they really have the edge. I mean, we can throw out a little bit of poke damage. I mean, I can throw out my 3, Kali can throw out a 2, same for the Morrigan, and of course you have the whip on the Bastet, but other than that, not too much. So I feel like this is going to be a really commit comp. We really need to commit onto the opponents if we really want to make it worthwhile, since they have a lot of good poke tools. If you get hit by the hard pump, it will deal more damage. The 2 from Soul is pretty easy to hit, especially since they changed it, so you have the Fatalis effect. The X from Chalk, always reliable. Janus depends on how far away you keep yourself from him. Most of the times you shouldn't be hit by it if you are at longer of a range from him. Unless of course you get portaled first, then you just, well, almost guaranteed if they do it correctly. Or guaranteed if they do it correctly. Okay. I figured I'd pick up the sprint. I mean, meditation is nerfed, since it's now only procs on level. It's a little bit better for gods that don't get any additional HP, but in general getting a lot of meditations isn't as worthwhile as it used to be, since you don't get any additional health from it when you have health items. So guardians don't get more benefit from it, warriors neither, so it's not that great. There are better options. In this case I want to have the option to deny damage from the opponents. If I use my sprint on the Cupid ultimate, I can deny that widespread damage and get rid of that mesmerize that can really change the team fight immensely. And I can get rid of a Chalk slow if I need to. Decent damage. Let's see if we can pluck him in. A little bit too early on my... Oh, I couldn't use my sprint. Took a lot of damage from that one. That's unfortunate. That is rough. Yeah, I should have waited with my 2 at the right moment. That I wouldn't have been... Let's see if we can help out. Yeah, I'm dead. A little too hard of a commitment, but we got first blood and we got another kill onto the Cupid who I was focusing, so it's still worth it. But yeah, I should have waited with my 2. Since you have immunity frames on your 2 as a Awilix, you can avoid ultimate with it. And especially something like Chalk ultimate, which is very obvious since it has such a long charge up time. You can really use that to your advantage, just to time it correctly, avoid that entire damage, the CC, etc. Very powerful. You can't really use it for Cupid ult though, since the 2, if you're crippled you can't use your 2, same for your 1, so that can be pretty annoying to deal with. We don't have a knock-up, which is kind of unfortunate, because that kind of makes it a lot more difficult for me to use my ultimate, but so far I have been able to. I did pull the Chalk. We weren't able to kill, I think, or were we? Actually we were able to kill him. He actually died for first blood, so not bad at all. Definitely worth it. Almost level 6, another pointer to my 2 will do a lot. Awilix 2 is so powerful early game, you can just destroy someone with it that's not familiar fighting against an Awilix. Or just even someone that's familiar with fighting an Awilix. You can just straight up destroy them if they don't pay attention for a bit. So definitely want to look for those sideways hits with my 3 to pull them in. Preferably the Janus. I think the Janus is probably the god that... if I actually aimed it correctly... I think he had his back turned to me, but if I aimed that correctly, it would have been a kill. I'm not sure if he has Fury, by the way. Fury is not a bad choice against our team, since we do have the Athena as well. Not bad at all. We do have decent clear with the Morgan, which is great. Sometimes you have those teams where literally nobody can clear, and now we have some decent clear. I mean, Kali can throw it to... the Morgan can use her 2, I can use my 3 if necessary. Still looking for an angle. Nice blinking by the gap. Ultimate might be used. Let you sprint immediately to get out of the range, and we will be able to avoid the Chalk ultimate as well. That ultimate, or that sprint, definitely worked out very well there. Soul user incorporeal. I might be able to pull her if she goes out of it. Yes, I am able to pull her, and she will definitely fall down here to that combination. And a nice pickup by the Bastet, able to pick up that Cupid. That heal is gone for a bit. Cupid is pretty good as a healer. Ooh, that was close. If he had Bluestone, Bastet probably would have died there. You know what? I can actually attack. That's fine. Huh? Oh, Athena didn't land on me. That was weird. Yeah, sometimes it's a little bit bugged. Well, not really bugged. There is a delay on it. Let's see if we can get him. Nice. Oh, we definitely should be able to get the gap here. And another feather step will clean that one up. Yeah, if you jump with an Athena ult onto you, if it's not quick enough, then you won't be able to hit the Athena ult onto it. You need to be pretty quick on it, because the last portion she'll just land at the place you were. That's also why if you're running, she'll land behind you for a bit. Yeah, can be difficult to deal with. Ooh, I don't have sprint, so I can't really help out. But I can do a lot. Look at that damage. Cupid got destroyed. And finished off by the Morgan. That's good. I can try to die, although the Chuck is here, so I do need to be careful if I want to try and suicide. There's definitely something that I can try. Let's see if we can avoid the shockwave. Yeah, I died to the Archer. Nice. Definitely not bad. Making sure that I don't give that credit to the Chuck. Not sure if he got an assist. Don't think he... Actually, he didn't. The Gap probably got an assist because he was close enough. You know what? Let's get the Jotuns. I think I'll get more out of a full Jotuns than a full Hydra's Lament. And a portion of that. Jotuns. Oh well, that's fine though. Able to spend my gold is definitely not bad. I think I'll go for Shifter's Shield too. Shift Shield is so strong right now, especially for the assassin types that need to go in. Shifters provide you so much damage, as well as some protections, which is not a bad thing. But it's also quite cheap. I mean, 2350 is not that bad. Oh, nice. And she got blown up immediately. I didn't use my sprint there. I don't think it was really necessary. Let's avoid them getting hit by the hard bomb. We should be able to get the gap. Nice knock up onto the gap. And we will be able to pick him up. He's just blocked in by all those cats and us. No way he's getting out of that one. Okay. We don't really have minions, but we can go for the tower. She'll take a lot of damage though if she tries. We don't do that much damage just yet. I can kind of abuse the fact that I can hit my basic attacks from further range. Need to be a little bit careful here for the Chuck. He might look for something. But yeah, kind of something to be using as the Awilix. Your basic attack range is a little bit longer than the regular assassin. That's one of her, well, I think passive or features or what you want to call it. Let's see, I don't want to get too close, otherwise the Chuck might pick me up. But yeah, that's one of her features, so you can use that to attack from a little bit more of a distance. And if the tower target gets reset, it will reset to minions. If none of the enemy gods is hit by us. And it will otherwise go, let's see if we can use that sprint. Good damage. Oh my god, destroyed. I had such a low HP and still able to just annihilate the Janus because of my ultimate. And my 2 was still up. It's just insane. That was really good. Let's get that, I'm not even sure what you call it again. Shield portion. I can finish it completely, so it will give me cooldown reduction. I would have gotten from the Hydra's Lament finished. But it also gives me a little bit of protection against the physicals, which is not bad. But it will also give me regen. So if I hit my abilities, I'll regen 2.5% of my maximum HP. Which will be, let's see, 1% is 14. So it will heal 52? Question mark? No, that's not right. Well, a little bit less. About between 40 and 50. Which might not seem like a lot, but if you can do a lot of abilities, then it's definitely not bad at all. Don't really want to get too close though. We are outnumbered. I don't really have a way to get in safely. Looks like Gap ultimate is used there. I do have my ultimate in a bit, so if I get the opportunity, I can go for it. It's really unfortunate nobody on the opponent's team has a leap or anything. And their team does have some knockups, but so far it's not really been that much of an issue. Let's see if we can use... Oh, I wasted my 2 there. And I missed the Gap. I can still go for him though, but the Cupid is way more important to get. And I am able to get him. That was my main target. That Cupid has been dealing a lot of the damage. Avoiding that one from the Chuck. Oh no, that's bad. Ah, that was my bad. I should have just used my 3 and my 2 immediately. That's something that you can do. If you hit someone with your 3, you can use the 2. Oh, you should not have picked Janus. I'm not sure. Wow, what is the enemy Janus build? Oh, that build is garbage. No wonder it does no damage. He has the Chronos Pendant into Pen Boots. Chronos Pendant is such a bad item, I feel like. If you just get Sands of Time, you still have the mana regen that Chronos Pendant provides. Depending on how much mana you have, of course. But you can still have the movement speed of your boots, and you can go into something better afterwards. But Janus was also quite low in levels and 1 in 5, so he didn't have a lot of gold spent. Not the best choice though. I think the Morgan probably should have changed into either Chalk, since Chalk's level 17, or the Soul, because Soul Ultimate is pretty powerful. Kind of looking for an angle. Let's use Sprint. Oh, I was way too late with the Sprint. That was my bad. I should have used that way sooner. I kind of wasted it. Since I got slowed by the Soul 2, I literally got no use out of it. I can still look for an ultimate though. If I can grab someone. A lot of the time someone will use their abilities to try and poke us and then turn around. And that's the moment you can strike with your 3 a lot of the times. Oh, I missed. That's unfortunate. Not sure if or if Cupid was facing the other way though. But still something I would have liked to at least hit, to poke, or yeah, a little bit of poke would have been too bad. We can definitely chase this though. Oh, nice, I got him. Rest in pieces. Let's make use of this ultimate to chase down the Janus if I can. Not enough time though for my ultimate, but it doesn't really matter. He is able to avoid some of the damage with his 2 though, but he is going to fall down. Okay, that's good. That's pretty good for us. We can definitely push up. With the Gap, the only one left alive. I mean, either we kill him very, very quickly, or we just straight up ignore him because he doesn't have that much damage. I mean, once he has used his ultimate and his 2, pretty much done for, but it looks like we're not letting him. Taunted into a knock-up, there's nothing he can do, and got destroyed. Kitty Cats will tank the tower for a bit, and we'll be able to pick up this tower very, very quickly. I do have max cooldown reduction with this build, which is pretty good. Since it's quite difficult to get full cooldown reduction if you don't want to get any defense. I got it with 3 items. That's the least amount of items you need to get full cooldown reduction as physicals. Actually for magicals too, but magicals have the opportunity to go for the cooldown on the boots. So they can go 2 items plus boots. And I have to go 3 items separate from boots to get full cooldown reduction if I don't want any protections. You can go for Breastplate, of course. Breastplate with Jotuns gives you the full cooldown reduction, the full 40%. But against their team, I don't really want to get it. I feel like it's a little bit too expensive and I just want to deal a lot of damage, which so far has been working out very, very well for us. Looks like we are able to poke the Shark a little bit while he's chasing us. I don't think he'll catch up to us anytime soon. He doesn't have the Shield of Regrowth, so he can't use his 3 to increase his own movement speed. And to be fair, I think every single one of us is pretty fast. The Morgan can use her invisibility to move faster. Kali has a leap, Bosset has a leap. I have increased movement speed and a leap. And sprint, just in case. It's now up just yet, but or it's just up for now. So if a Cupid ultimate comes in, we can definitely use that. Let's use Shell here. We can definitely use this for a fight. Able to avoid almost nothing. Bit of a wasted Shell if you ask me. Let's see if we can chase down to Cupid. Good damage, and that will finish him off. Let's try to dodge the enemy for now. I kind of want to go for the soul. I don't really care much for the game. Oh, I missed that completely. Let's avoid one shot out of her 2 by going for my own 2. I don't want to die. Oh, they missed. I'm still alive. Oh, nice. Oh, I can kill her now. Oh, destroyed. Okay, I probably should have died there. I definitely should have died there. Not gonna complain about it, but I definitely should have. To be fair, if I look at my team, almost everyone should have died there. Athena probably going to die, or I'm going to... Oh, actually the minions are here. Never mind. I don't think we can finish this though. I think we're a little bit too low on HP. But I do have a lot of gold, so I don't mind diving in. Go for some damage. Not a lot of damage, just a jump damage. I probably should have just jumped and used my 2 immediately, because it can cancel out his dash. Because it will root them in place for a little bit. If I time it immediately. And the jump also counts as a sort of basic attack, so I can use my 2 afterwards. So by hitting that, I probably should have gone for the 2 immediately. Well, that's fine though. Soul has that interesting item. To be fair, it's not a bad choice. We have a lot of physical damage. I mean, we have the Awilix, we have the Kali, and we have the Bastet. And the Morrigan potentially, depending on what she changes into. She changed into Cupid last fight for that ultimate. Not a bad choice. And late game she can just straight up go for Kali, for instance. If you have 2 Kalis running around at the enemy team, it's just so powerful. I did pick up the shifters. My final item is probably going to be something like Titan's Bane. I feel like Titan's Bane would be a pretty good choice to pick up as a final item. Could also go for a Brawlers. Kinda, both of which are pretty good choices. The Brawlers will deal a lot with the heal they have. They have a good amount of heal. Self-heal on the Soul with a 1. The self-heal on the Chalk with his Rain. Of course, the Cupid heal with his Hearts. And potentially 4 meditations on their side. So a Brawler's Beatstick is not a bad choice in this game. Probably should have gotten it a little bit sooner. But I do want to get some form of defense with the shifters. And it's a lot of power. So I'd rather get that than go for the Brawlers. Although Brawlers, once again, is not a bad choice. Titan's Bane is also not bad because the Chalk as well as the Gap are very likely to get defenses. The Soul also has a little bit of defense. So with that, I will be able to fight them a little bit more effectively. But I don't feel like damage is really the issue. I kind of want to pressure them out a little bit. Oh my god, look at that damage onto the Janus. Let's use Sprint to try and avoid as much as we can. And get to that back line. As you can see, I don't do that much damage to the Soul. I'm more interested in the Cupid, kind of distracting them in the back. Missing their abilities, definitely doing a lot of damage to the Cupid. Let's see if we can finish off the Gap. I did use my ultimate. Expected him to be with his back towards me, but he wasn't. Now he is, and now he's going to fall. That was the worst timing for him to turn around. Let's see if we can commit on the Soul. Missing that one. Nice knock up, actually kind of sideways to her. And she did miss her too, so that's going to be it. They have all fallen. Don't have a lot of health. None of us really do. Does that block me? Interesting. The Morrigan decoy actually can body block me. I didn't even know that. We can definitely attack the Titan though. It's only the Janus who's left alive, and I think we can just kind of burn him if we need to. A little bit late on my 2. I could have definitely... No, Titan, please. Nah, that's my bad. I should have at least dodged the 2 from the Janus with my own 2. I mean, the ultimate, I didn't hear it, so I wasn't aware that he used it. Only, well, after he fired it, but then it was a little bit too late. I didn't hear him cast it. But I think Bastet might be able... Nice! Okay, that's actually pretty impressive. Look at that HP on the Bastet. I mean, 1 or 2 basics or a heart bomb would have been enough to kill her off. Not bad at all, able to finish that off. Good game. It was actually very good. Our team looked way worse than theirs, especially on paper. I mean, we have 3 close ranged guards, although I can pull them towards my range, so kind of depends on how you look at it. But 3 assassins, which is not that great in assault at all. The Morrigan also needs to pop off, which can be difficult, but she played well. As you can see, she did most damage. I did a good amount of damage as well, but yeah, that's my thing. I always try to do as much damage as I can. Of course, while trying to survive as well. It's not unimportant. I mean, you can just be top damage and be 0 in 20. I don't think they'll be too happy. You won't be happy, they won't be happy. Your enemies will be very happy because that's a lot of gold. I also went for Shell. They have a lot of big ultimates, so I feel like if you go for Shell, you get a lot out of it. You get more value out of it than Meditation. Meditation can be good to bait someone though, but with Shell you can just deter a lot more damage if you time it correctly. Those big ultimates, for instance, Gap links in. If I respond quick enough with my Shell, I can avoid his damage with his ultimate and his 2, and the follow-up ultimates by the opponents. Same for Cupid, although Cupid I rather use my Sprint. But Soul, Janus, Chalk, very useful to use my Shell for. Definitely not a bad one, especially since we all need to commit so much. It's not bad to have that additional protections. That's also one of the reasons why Shift is pretty good, because it also provides you a little bit of protections. It kind of allows you to go Bruiser. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you have a request, please let me know down in the comments. I mean, I really like requests. I haven't had one in a while though, but that's fine. Get me anything, game mode, guard, combinations, builds. Get me anything. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, good luck, have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one.